Dr. Nathan Brooks walked carefully through the dry desert, the hot wind carrying sand across his face. He had spent years studying ancient sites, but nothing had prepared him for what he was about to find. Nathan's team had been sent to the Nevada desert after satellite images revealed strange formations beneath the sand. The shapes did not look natural. They were too regular, too precise, as if someone had made them long ago. Nathan bent down to examine a stone that seemed out of place. It was smooth, with unusual markings etched into its surface. Nathan called over one of his assistants, a young graduate named Alex. "Look at this," Nathan said, brushing the sand away. "These markings are not like anything from human history." Alex leaned closer, shading his eyes from the harsh sun. "It looks like writing," Alex said, "but it isn't any language I recognize." Nathan's heart raced. If this was not human, then what had made it? He carefully documented the markings, taking photographs from every angle. He knew that once this discovery was shared, it could change everything. Back at their base camp, Nathan studied the photographs on his laptop. The symbols were arranged in patterns, repeating in ways that suggested they carried a message. He was both excited and nervous. Could these markings be evidence of life from beyond Earth? Nathan reached out to Dr. Lisa Morgan, an astrophysicist he trusted. Lisa had a reputation for solving difficult puzzles and had worked on analyzing signals from space before. When Nathan explained what he had found, Lisa agreed to meet him in the desert. Lisa arrived the next day, her car kicking up clouds of dust. She stepped out, adjusting her sunglasses. "So this is the famous site?" she asked, looking around. Nathan nodded. "I think you'll find this interesting. Look at these stones." He showed her the markings. Lisa studied them carefully. She traced her fingers lightly over the symbols. "These are not human. The shapes are too precise, too deliberate." "I think you're right, Nathan. This could be from an alien civilization." They spent hours examining the site, taking notes and photographs. As they worked, Nathan felt a mixture of awe and fear. If these were truly alien artifacts, what message did they carry? And why had it been left here on Earth? That night, Nathan and Lisa sat by the campfire, reviewing their findings. The desert was silent except for the occasional howl of a distant coyote. "I've been looking for signs of intelligent life for decades," Nathan said quietly. "But this is different. These symbols seem to be warning us about something." Lisa nodded. "Yes, I see it too. Look at the repetition and the structure. It's almost as if it's a message meant to be understood in the future, when humans were ready to find it." The next day, they continued their work. Nathan noticed that some of the stones were arranged in a circular pattern. He realized that this might be a type of map or a diagram. Lisa suggested using advanced imaging tools to see beneath the surface. They rented equipment that could scan underground formations and reveal hidden structures. The scans showed an underground chamber, partially buried in sand. Nathan's excitement grew. "We need to investigate this," he said. "This could be the most important discovery in human history." With caution, they began digging. The sand was hard and dry, but their determination did not falter. After hours of effort, they uncovered a large stone door with more alien symbols etched across it. It was clear that whatever lay inside had been sealed for thousands of years. Nathan took a deep breath. "Ready?" he asked Lisa. Lisa nodded, though her hands trembled slightly. Together, they pushed the heavy door open. Dust filled the air, and the chamber beyond was dark and cold. Nathan switched on his flashlight, revealing walls covered with more symbols and strange carvings of beings unlike anything they had ever seen. Lisa stepped closer, examining a carving that seemed to depict a star system and a planet that resembled Earth. "Look at this," she said. "It's almost like they were predicting something about our planet." Nathan ran his hand over the wall. "It's a warning," he said. "I can feel it. They wanted us to find this, to understand it before it's too late." As they explored, they found a central pedestal with a device of some kind. It was small, metallic, and covered with symbols. Nathan carefully examined it, noting its intricate design. Lisa suggested bringing it back to their lab for further study, hoping to unlock its secrets with advanced analysis. Returning to the camp, they worked through the night. The device hummed faintly, and when they projected the symbols through a computer program, patterns began to emerge. Lisa's eyes widened. These symbols are not random. They contain a sequence, a kind of language, and it talks about a threat, something dangerous approaching humanity. Nathan's mind raced. A threat? From where? When? Lisa shook her head. I don't know yet, but we need more data. This isn't just a historical discovery. It's a warning. We have to understand it before it's too late. Days passed as they worked tirelessly. Nathan and Lisa cross-referenced the symbols with historical records, ancient texts, and modern astronomical data. Slowly, they began to see connections. Celestial alignments, unexplained cosmic signals, and patterns in human history all pointed to a single truth. The aliens had predicted a threat to humanity, and it was approaching faster than anyone realized. News of their discovery leaked to the media, sparking curiosity and fear worldwide. Experts debated the authenticity of the artifacts, but Nathan and Lisa knew the truth. The warning was real and it was urgent. Governments began to pay attention. Military and scientific agencies reached out, requesting access to their findings. Nathan felt the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. The world was counting on them to decode the message and prepare for whatever was coming. One night, while reviewing the symbols again, Lisa noticed something new. Nathan, look at this section. It describes a pattern of events, almost like a timeline. It mentions a single entity that could harm humanity. Nathan frowned. A single entity? Do you mean an alien ship? Or something else entirely? Lisa shook her head. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, the prophecy is clear. Humanity faces a unique threat, and they left these messages so we could understand and defend ourselves. Nathan looked out at the desert under the starry sky. The vastness of the universe felt overwhelming. Yet, amidst the fear, there was a spark of hope. Humanity had been warned. They had the chance to act, to prepare, and to survive. And Nathan knew that this discovery was only the beginning. Something ancient and powerful had reached across the stars to communicate with them. And now it was up to humanity to rise to the challenge. Dr. Lisa Morgan stared at the symbols on her laptop screen, her mind racing to understand their meaning. The sequence of markings seemed to describe events that could occur in the near future. She turned to Nathan Brooks, who was pacing the small lab. Nathan, this isn't just history. It's a warning. Nathan rubbed his temples. A warning of what? Lisa pointed at the screen. Look here. These alignments match recent cosmic signals we've detected near Jupiter. Something is approaching Earth. Something big. Nathan's heart sank. The alien prophecy they had discovered in the desert was not just a relic. It was alive with relevance. He realized that humanity might be facing a threat far beyond anything they had imagined. The next morning, they contacted government officials. Captain Ryan Hall, a military strategist, was assigned to lead a task force investigating the potential threat. He arrived at the lab with a small team, including pilot Samuel King. The seriousness in his eyes told Nathan that the authorities were taking this very seriously. Dr. Brooks, Dr. Morgan, Ryan said firmly, we need to understand exactly what we are dealing with. Time may be short. Lisa explained their findings, showing him the symbols and the connections to the cosmic signals. Ryan listened intently, nodding as he processed the information. If this prophecy is correct, we could be facing a threat that humanity has never seen before. We need to act quickly and decisively. Nathan and Lisa were brought into a classified briefing with scientists and military leaders. Maps, charts, and images filled the room. The air was tense with urgency and uncertainty. We've detected an object moving through the outer solar system, an astronomer reported. Its trajectory matches the predictions encoded in the alien artifacts. Lisa interjected, it's not just an object. The markings suggest it is a single entity capable of mass destruction. It is intelligent and aware of our planet. Some officials were skeptical, questioning whether this was simply an overinterpretation of ancient symbols. Nathan felt the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. The warning was clear to him, and he could not allow doubt to delay action. Ryan Hall assembled a plan. Reconnaissance missions would be launched to gather more information. Advanced satellites and probes would monitor the approach of the threat. Nathan and Lisa were tasked with decoding further messages from the alien artifacts, hoping for insights into how to defend Earth. As preparations began, strange phenomena started appearing around the world. Power grids experienced unexplained outages, unusual storms formed without warning, and scientists observed anomalies in planetary orbits. People grew anxious, and governments struggled to explain the disturbances. Nathan and Lisa worked tirelessly, decoding new symbols and cross-referencing them with modern scientific data. Slowly, they began to understand the scale of the danger. The prophecy described a threat that could overwhelm Earth's defenses if humanity did not act together. Captain Ryan Hall led a team on a reconnaissance mission in space. Samuel King piloted their craft through asteroid fields and cosmic radiation, scanning for signs of the approaching entity. The crew remained alert, knowing that even a small error could be catastrophic. During one observation, Samuel spotted a massive object moving in the distance, far larger than any natural body. Its surface reflected light in patterns that seemed almost deliberate, confirming Lisa's fears. The entity was intelligent, and it was heading straight for Earth. Back on Earth, Nathan and Lisa presented their findings to the world's leaders. The images from space and the decoded prophecy were undeniable. Nations realized that the threat was real and immediate. A coordinated global effort became essential. Tension grew as the world prepared. Nathan felt a mix of fear and determination. Humanity had been warned by ancient beings from beyond the stars, and now it was up to them to rise to the challenge. If they failed, the prophecy would be fulfilled, and Earth could be lost. As night fell, Nathan and Lisa continued their research, piecing together the final details. They discovered that the prophecy provided hints about weaknesses in the approaching threat, though understanding them fully would require precision, courage, and unity. The warning had been clear. Humanity must act together or face annihilation. With the first signs of the threat becoming visible even from Earth, the countdown had begun. Every discovery, every calculation, every effort now mattered. Nathan and Lisa knew that the next steps they took would determine the fate of all humankind. Strange events began occurring around the globe, and Nathan Brooks felt a growing sense of urgency. Reports of unexpected power outages, sudden storms, and unusual celestial phenomena filled the news. People were frightened, unsure of what was happening. Scientists could not explain the anomalies, and governments scrambled to understand the situation. Nathan and Lisa Morgan spent long hours analyzing the data. The patterns matched what they had seen in the alien symbols. It was clear that the prophecy was coming true. The threat was approaching, and the signs were becoming impossible to ignore. Captain Ryan Hall received updated reports from reconnaissance missions. The massive object they had detected was moving closer, sending out signals and energy waves that interfered with communication systems on Earth. The task force worked tirelessly to understand the threat, using every tool at their disposal. "This is bigger than we thought," Samuel King said, examining the readings from their spacecraft. "It's not just passing by, it's actively influencing our planet." Nathan and Lisa realized that the anomalies were more than just coincidences. The alien warning had predicted these signs, showing humanity the approach of a single, powerful entity. They began connecting the events, looking for patterns that could reveal the nature of the threat and how to counter it. Civilian panic spread as news reports detailed the unusual phenomena. People in cities experienced blackouts, while pilots reported strange objects in the sky. Governments urged calm, but the truth was terrifying. Something extraordinary and potentially dangerous was coming. Nathan and Lisa worked around the clock, cross-referencing historical records, cosmic signals, and the alien symbols. Slowly, a picture began to emerge. The entity was intelligent, massive, and capable of causing widespread destruction. Humanity had been warned, but the time to act was short. The team prepared to advise global leaders on defensive measures. Captain Ryan Hall coordinated with military forces worldwide, planning reconnaissance and protective actions. Samuel King's missions provided critical data on the entity's movement and capabilities. During a late-night session, Lisa noticed a pattern in the alien symbols that indicated potential weaknesses in the approaching threat. "Nathan, look at this," she said. "These symbols show a vulnerability. If we can exploit it, we might stand a chance." Nathan nodded, understanding the gravity of the discovery. "We have to act quickly. Humanity must unite to survive." As the days passed, the signs intensified. The alien prophecy's warnings were becoming reality, and humanity faced the approaching danger head-on. Nathan, Lisa, Ryan, and Samuel worked tirelessly, their focus unwavering. The fate of the world rested on their ability to interpret the signs and prepare for the coming encounter. Every new anomaly, every new piece of data, added to their understanding and strengthened their resolve. Humanity had been warned, and now it was time to face the challenge with courage, intelligence, and unity. The countdown to confrontation had begun, and the world held its breath, waiting to see if humanity could rise to the occasion. The reconnaissance missions confirmed the worst fears of Nathan Brooks and Lisa Morgan. The massive alien probe was heading toward Earth, and its size and energy emissions suggested it could cause catastrophic damage if it reached the planet. Captain Ryan Hall called an emergency briefing, bringing together scientists, military strategists, and government officials from around the world. "We are facing a threat unlike anything humanity has ever seen," Ryan said, his voice steady but firm. "This probe is intelligent and dangerous. We need to act now." Nathan and Lisa presented their findings, showing the connections between the alien symbols, cosmic signals, and the probe's movement. Lisa explained the potential weaknesses she had discovered in the prophecy, outlining possible strategies for defense. The task force devised a plan combining Earth's advanced technology with insights from the alien artifacts. Satellites were repositioned, weapons systems were prepared, and a network of sensors was deployed to track the probe's approach. Nathan and Lisa worked closely with engineers to design specialized countermeasures that could exploit the vulnerabilities indicated by the alien prophecy. "We have one chance," Nathan said. "We must use every resource wisely." Global cooperation became essential. Nations set aside differences, sharing technology, knowledge, and resources. Military forces coordinated for a unified defense, while scientists continued analyzing the alien symbols for any additional clues. Captain Ryan Hall led a team in space to monitor the probe's trajectory. Pilot Samuel King navigated through asteroid fields, scanning for anomalies and reporting any changes in the probe's behavior. The crew faced numerous challenges, including interference from the probe's energy emissions and sudden shifts in its path. On Earth, Nathan and Lisa worked tirelessly, guiding the deployment of countermeasures. Engineers implemented systems designed to disrupt the probe's energy fields and communication links. The clock was ticking, and every second mattered. As the probe drew closer, tension reached its peak. Citizens around the world watched news reports and alerts, aware that their survival depended on the combined efforts of scientists, engineers, and military personnel. Nathan felt a surge of determination. Humanity had been warned by ancient beings across the stars, and now it had the chance to prove its resilience. With careful planning, intelligence, and unity, they could face the threat and protect their world. The first signals from the countermeasures were activated, creating disruptions in the probe systems. Nathan and Lisa monitored the results, adjusting parameters to maximize their effectiveness. The collaboration of nations, technology, and knowledge from the alien artifacts began to show results. Despite heavy stress and danger, the team maintained focus. They knew that failure was not an option. Humanity's survival depended on their ability to act quickly, intelligently, and together. The battle was about to begin, and the world held its breath, waiting to see if Earth's defenses could withstand the alien probe. The day of the confrontation arrived. Humanity's defenses were in place, yet the magnitude of the threat was overwhelming. The alien probe, massive and imposing, moved steadily toward Earth, sending pulses of energy that disrupted satellites and communication networks. Nathan Brooks and Lisa Morgan monitored the situation from their control center, their faces tense with concentration. Captain Ryan Hall and pilot Samuel King prepared their spacecraft for a critical mission: to intercept the probe and deploy countermeasures directly at its core. The risk was immense, but it was humanity's only chance to survive. "We must be precise," Ryan said to his team. "One mistake and it could be the end of everything." Nathan and Lisa guided the deployment from Earth, using the patterns deciphered from the alien symbols to anticipate the probe's behavior. The symbols had predicted weak points, and the countermeasures were designed to exploit them. As the team approached the probe, alien drones emerged, attacking the spacecraft with high-speed maneuvers. Samuel King expertly navigated through the chaos, avoiding collisions and returning fire. The tension in the cockpit was palpable, every second critical. "We're in range," Ryan announced, deploying the countermeasure, a specialized device crafted from a combination of human technology and insights from the alien artifacts. Activated. Energy waves spread across the probe, disrupting its systems and creating temporary openings in its defenses. Nathan and Lisa watched the monitors, adjusting frequencies and calibrations to maximize effectiveness. The probe struggled against the assault, but it was resilient and intelligent. It adapted to some countermeasures, forcing the team to think quickly and modify their approach. Ryan and Samuel executed daring maneuvers, exploiting every vulnerability indicated by the prophecy. In a tense sequence of actions, the probe began to destabilize. Systems failed one by one, and its energy emissions weakened. Nathan and Lisa exchanged relieved glances. Humanity's ingenuity, courage, and collaboration were paying off. Finally, the probe's core was neutralized. It slowed, then stopped, its threat removed. Ryan and Samuel returned to Earth as heroes, the team on the ground cheering their success. The world had survived, narrowly avoiding the catastrophic fate predicted by the ancient alien prophecy. In the aftermath, Nathan and Lisa were celebrated for their critical role in decoding the prophecy and guiding humanity's defense. They knew, however, that vigilance was essential. The universe was vast and full of unknown dangers, but humanity had proven its capacity to rise to challenges beyond imagination. The battle was over, but its lessons remained. Humanity had faced an ancient warning, confronted a formidable threat, and survived. Nathan looked at Lisa, a sense of pride and relief in his eyes. They had succeeded, and the story of their survival would inspire generations to come. With the alien probe neutralized, Earth entered a period of cautious relief. Cities that had experienced blackouts and strange phenomena began to recover, and communication networks were restored. Humanity had survived the encounter, but the memory of the threat lingered in the minds of all who had witnessed it. Nathan Brooks and Lisa Morgan returned to their research, now focusing on analyzing the alien artifacts in greater detail. They discovered more about the civilization that had left the warnings and the methods they had used to communicate across millennia. Their findings would lay the groundwork for new technologies and defense strategies. Captain Ryan Hall and pilot Samuel King were hailed as heroes worldwide, their bravery celebrated in news reports and public ceremonies. Yet, the team knew that the real victory was humanity's ability to come together, to use intelligence, courage, and collaboration to overcome a threat that could have ended life on Earth. Governments established a united planetary defense initiative, preparing for any future threats from space. Scientists and military leaders worked closely, sharing knowledge and resources in ways never seen before. The experience had changed humanity, teaching valuable lessons about vigilance, cooperation, and the fragility of existence. Nathan and Lisa reflected on their journey. They had uncovered a prophecy left by ancient aliens, interpreted its warnings, and guided humanity through an unprecedented crisis. The encounter had tested every skill, every decision, and every ounce of courage, but in the end, humans had risen to the challenge. Communities across the world celebrated their survival, yet the lessons of the event remained ingrained in society. Humanity had been warned and had acted, proving that even against forces beyond imagination, the spirit of determination and unity could prevail. As Nathan looked up at the stars, he felt a sense of awe and humility. The universe was vast and full of mysteries, but Earth had survived. Humanity had faced an ancient warning, confronted a formidable threat, and emerged stronger, wiser, and more united. The story of survival would be remembered for generations, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of knowledge and courage to protect all life on Earth.